This is an unboxing of Moria for Free League's The One Ring game. So I supported the Kickstarter and I just got this in the post yesterday. Let's open this up. Alrighty. That's the book itself. Okay, this is one of the prints that came because I was a Kickstarter backer. I think that's the cover of the 5e version. I've got the One Ring version. So it's Moria Through the Doors of Durin, and as you can see, it's a Free League product. The book has a really cool rough finish, like the rest of the One Ring books. So it's a matte finish, and it has that sort of textured cloth sort of cover. It's also got ribbons. There's a map of Moria. The cartography is excellent, and just the even the little attention to details here. Just if you look along here, like the inscriptions around the side, the lettering here, it's just fantastic. Gareth Hanrahan has written heaps of stuff. He's an English writer who has written lots and lots of stuff in the past. Lots of supplements and books and stuff. There's a lot of content in here. 225 pages or more, so probably about 250 pages or so, I'd assume. Look at that art, absolutely fantastic. Now the type of paper they're using here, which is quite thick, it's at least 70, stock 70 paper. But the colouring is just amazing. It gives a real old-time feel to it. And look at the artwork. It's just amazing. There's lots of info in here. The timeline. Quotes from the books, of course. Just absolutely fabulous artwork. That looks like that's art by the guy who's one of their house artists. Martin Grip, I think. Let's have a look at other art. No, it's someone else. A whole bunch of Italian artists in there. Many I haven't heard from, so I have no idea. Okay, that's all right. It's all good. Still looks great. Looks very much like Martin Grip's art. Anyway, how to put more into your game. What sort of campaign focus you should have. They also sent out a PDF, and I got the PDF before I got this, but I haven't finished reading it. And one of the really great things I like about the PDF is it emphasizes the fact that Moria is actually really, really empty, and that the different themes that you use in the game should supplement that as well. So basically this is a whole bunch of different patrons that you can have to get your characters investigating and exploring Moria. Different types. But yeah, the PDF and some of the things it emphasizes, some of the themes it emphasizes. Here it is, running Moria, themes of wonder. So basically they don't want you to run it like a big dungeon crawl, because it's not a dungeon crawl. Themes of sorrow and fear. No safe place, horrors beyond knowledge, triumph of the enemy, toil and hunger. Journeys in the dark. That art, that is just amazing. I love the art in these books. It's so fantastic. And this penciled art, just incredible stuff. Describing Moria, jumps in the deep. So all of this basically is giving you loads of tables and loads of ways of utilizing Moria for your campaign that's not the same as your average dungeon crawl. Now dungeon crawls can and don't hate me for this, but sometimes dungeon crawls can get a bit dull depending on the dungeon. So this is not meant to be like that. Your players and your characters go in with a purpose. There should always be a purpose for why they go in there. And generally, you're not going to be there to explore the entirety of Moria. Normally, you'd be heading into particular areas or regions because Moria is just so big. It's just absolutely massive. It's on a scale that you don't even consider. It's miles and miles and miles across, and it's just absolutely astoundingly big. Whole section on foes, of course, different types of orcs because there are lots and lots of orcs in Moria. I like the fact that the One Ring stat blocks are quite short. So there's not a lot of stuff you have to spend time, going through. I love Pathfinder 2nd Edition, but the stat box on some of the monsters are just so long, so wordy, that when I'm running a monster, I've got to go through stuff to, find things all the time. And I must admit, I don't always prepare as well as I should for my game. Sometimes I just like to run stuff on the fly, and so I'll rip out a monster and I'll look at it, and then I've got to go through its entire stat block, and it just takes a long time. Like this is the Balrog, Durin's Bane, and that's the length of its stat block, which is not too bad. That's probably just about the length of an average 5e stat block. But you would expect it to be a lot longer than that for such a huge beast. In fact, an incredibly powerful creature. Other things, ash wraiths, cave bats, marrow eaters. Ooh, okay. Handler Wildtail speak of these creatures. Dwarves encountered them in the deepest portions of the mines of Moria. Okay. Stone toads, tappers, mansions of dwarves. Very reminiscent of the movie, the Peter Jackson movie, but of course, seen from the book as well. From Lord of the Rings, I should say. The dwarves, Dimral Dale, the Dimral Stair. They have rumours and old lore and then backgrounds about the area, and then they talk about, look at that map, look at that map. It's an isometric map, which shows the Dimral Stair and all the areas within it as well. Most of these are fairly evocative descriptions, but they also have NPCs and other characters included in that area. So all these are like little adventure hubs. Look at this. East Gate of Moria. There's Old Moria, the first hall. Second hall in Durin's Bridge. Nice redoubt of the dwarfs. So these are mini adventure locations, and one of the things that Free League does in a lot of their different games is to have like adventure locations. They've got the same thing in Symbaroum, got the same thing in Dragonbane and a bunch of other games as well, Forbidden Lands, that sort of thing. And so they focus on an area, but it's up to you as to how you run it. So they just basically give you the contents, the details, the major NPCs and stuff like that, and you work on it from there, and you decide exactly what you're going to do. So at the end of this little adventure location, it's got schemes and troubles, things that you can do, the hunt for Boona, poison blossoms, repairing the mirrors. So what sort of things you can do to get your characters there and get them involved with that adventure setting. King's Hall. The maps are absolutely amazing. I love them. Absolutely love them. Fantastic. And there's so many of them in here, as you would expect in a book about Moria, which is basically a giant dungeon. A giant ruined city. I think it was the first age. I don't know, my Tolkien knowledge is not ideal. I've read lots of Tolkien, but I can't remember everything, so unfortunately I have to go back and look at the timeline. There is a big timeline at the front of the book, which is good, which tells you everything you need to know about the tale of years. Here we go. First age, Khazad-dûm was founded by Durin the First. Then it goes through the second age and then into the third age as well. And so this is the present day, 2965, which was about 50 years before the Fellowship of the Ring. So that's when the One Ring game is set in, which is a good period because it's leading up to when Sauron is sort of stretching out across Middle Earth, sort of influencing everybody and rebuilding his power. So there's plenty of scope for adventuring parties to go off and do cool things without interfering with the main storyline of the Lord of the Rings. There's a goblin village, that's pretty cool. Village of Woe. So many different types of layouts and settings here, which is really cool. So it's not all the same sort of thing. Oh, love that. Love the scale of some of these isometric maps. And of course the art just absolutely kills me all the time. It kills me, man. It's fantastic. And just look at the layout in these books. Just amazing. Oh, then we've got solo play. Solo play in Moria. Reclaiming Casa Doom, different quests, your solo adventure, your band. Shared callings, gathering allies, planning a mission, undertaking missions, solo tools. So lots of rules here for solo playing, which solo players will absolutely love. I don't solo play myself, but it's cool. Cool for the people who do. Councils and journeys, solo journey events, fellowship phase, the end of all things. So it's a solo campaign. That's pretty good. Ooh, didn't even know this was in it. There is a big map. Should look great on your wall. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't look big there, but it's absolutely massive because obviously there are lots of minor chambers and areas that come off from here, from all the bits here. And on the back, this is like a, oh, it's a map you can use for your characters for when they're fighting and stuff. Oh, that's cool. I didn't expect that. That's really good. I don't know if you'll be able to see all of that, but hopefully you will. That's fantastic. I love it. Alrighty. That is The One Rings Moria Through the Doors of Durin from Free League. Great book. Fantastic. Well worth a look. Thanks.